Hello, folks. How are you? Hello, everyone. How is everyone? Welcome back to another edition, Chronic Pain in the Demon. My name is Raymond Nugent, aka Chronic Pain in the Demon. Welcome everyone back. It's been a while, a few weeks. Hope all is well with everyone. For the new year, because January ends today. Chronic Pain in the Demon on live. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to the machine. You could always, patronize the machine, by becoming a member, super chat, and all that stuff. So subscribe to the machine. You know, um, Show your love and tell a friend to tell a friend about chronic pain in the demon. Because I live with chronic pain, guys, and I just try to have a platform where I could have, friends interact and talk about their chronic issues and what we can do and what they can do to also help each other, so we could all be better off in um this way of living as far as chronic pain is concerned, because chronic pain, it's a tremendous and unique disease that you have to deal with, because it turns on like a light switch when it's ready, on and off, and you have to know when to taper off and minimize, and just settle yourself, so you could come back down to where you could bear the pain. So that's how chronic pain is on this day in, day out, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But it's all about how you try to minimize and do things correctly, and also be mindful of what you do incorrectly, so you could balance out. So chronic pain is a large scale, a big umbrella, because there's a lot of different things under chronic pain, a lot of things, you know. But the pain itself, this is what I'm about on this channel. I know there's a lot of things with chronic pain, like what we're going through right now with the CV-19, the Omicron variant, the Delta. All those things are chronic pain. We're going through with the cancer, um, diabetes, etc. All those are chronic pain. So chronic pain is a large, huge umbrella in this world, because it affects the human life when it comes on to their mobility and their quality of life. So chronic pain is a huge umbrella to this world, because if you're not mobilized, then you can't produce, and that's pretty much what it boils down to. So we have to learn, the ones who are going through chronic pain, not to beat up on ourselves, because you're not the only one, and just find somewhere where you can find some type of comfort and resolution. Because comes chronic pain, the suicide rate when it comes on to chronic pain is very high, and we're trying to change that. You know, trying to minimize as much as we can by getting the word out, spreading the word, let people know about chronic pain, the ones who don't really educate themselves the way they should, and make this a better place where people could understand themselves and their body. It's a very tedious thing to deal with, because it plays trick with your mind. And if you're not settled and humble, then you really can't see what's really coming out, the signals that is sending, throughout your body. So we have to become our own doctors, pay attention to our bodies, see what signal it's sending, how you feel, how you react. Then you could, bring forth all this information to your doctor or your physicians, whoever you're seeing, pain management doctor or whoever you're seeing, and then they could take it from there and hopefully help you to get over certain humps. Because for me, I always evaluate myself to see the platter and the platforms, that I could climb. But I have reached a plateau, guys, and it's very sad for me. But I get to understand that's just the way life is. So I don't beat up on myself anymore, I should say. I just work with what I have, in front of me, and be grateful, to the Most High, because it could be worse. So for my friends in chronic pain, please, guys, just continue your regimens as far as the exercise. I know it's cold right now in certain parts of the country. There was a massive snowstorm, Boston, New York, all the way down to the Carolinas. But for me, when those things happen, what I used to do is go to the mall. So I used to do a lot of indoor walking in the mall, and that kind of helps me to stay mobile. So I used to leave, my house. Of course, the driveway had to be cleared from the snow, and in the mornings I just get in my car, and I go to the mall, because the mall used to be open at 6 in the morning for the walkers, not for shoppers. And I used to go to the mall and go walking in the mornings, and that really helps me a lot, keeps me mobile, keeps me also sane, you know, because I tell you, trying to accommodate chronic pain in your life and work with it, it's not easy, not easy. And like I said in my mottos, who feels it knows it. It's who feels it knows it, because no matter how you explain to a person, if they have never been through chronic pain, it's not that easy for them to understand unless they do their research and become one with you as far as family and friends supposed to do. And y'all share thoughts and beliefs and how you feel, and that could strengthen a person, in more than one way. So at times, it's how you deal with a person that's going through chronic pain, because psychologically, that person could be just so burnt out, you know, because chronic pain does mess with you psychologically. It hampers you physically and it messes with you psychologically. So that's why we have to learn how to deal with it in both stages, you know, just so you can stay on the right track. Because chronic pain is an easy thing to have you detour from your journey or your goals, because it sucks you in like a vacuum. It's not going to spit you out, it's going to suck you in continuously, unless you do what's right as far as standing up for yourself, believing in yourself, and say, I could get over this, but I just keep trying and keep fighting. So, yes, my folks, in all these other states that are snowed in at the moment, just, hang tight, guys, stay in. It will melt eventually, and stay off the ice. Be careful of slip and slides. And if you do have to shovel, just, do it little at a time, small amount, just small amount. You know what I mean? Don't force it, because you could hurt yourself. I've been there, so I'm just telling you what I've been through. You look at the snow, you look at your driveway. Yes, it's depressing, because back in the day, you used to have kids walk around with shovels and they'll shovel driveways, and you could pay them a certain amount of money. Today, you don't really see that much anymore. So you're on your own. Especially for us, the elderly, we're on our own. You know, so you don't really see that much anymore. But before, you used to see a lot of kids make their summer money by shoveling snow, and they make a lot of money too. Because my driveway, for example, a kid shoveled my driveway, $50, $60. He does the next driveway, and it just continually go up and add up. So throughout his time shoveling, you know, through the snow season, the kid could accumulate a good amount of change, and that's how kids used to do it back in my time. I don't know about now because I'm in Florida. I don't know if they're still shoveling up north. I can't tell. But it used to be fun just watching these kids shoveling. And sometimes you go out there and help or give them a bottle of water, some hot chocolate, because you're so grateful, for what they're doing for you. You know what I mean? So please, elderlies, and also the ones who are going through chronic pain, if you can, have somebody shovel your driveway, and try to stay out of where you walk on ice. You slip and slide, because that could create a havoc for you. As time goes on. So as you see on the screen earlier, we said, let's talk, um, because we have reached now an entire month in 2020. This is the last day of January. February starts tomorrow. For the ones who made their resolutions, I hope you guys are staying on track. And for the ones who didn't, it's not too late, because it's only 30 days in the year already, 31 days today. So it's not too late. You know. So folks, chronic pain demon, I'm here. Just chit chatting. Trying to reason with folks and see what guys are up to. This Monday, 31st of January, Monday Fun Day. All right. The first day back at work for some people, and you're unwinding from their weekend. Monday was not always the most, and I could say, um, inspirational day at work, because some people are getting over their hangovers from the weekend, and also some people are just looking forward to the next level. So you have the ones who hang out and the ones who don't, and it's just try to balance out. Been there, you know what I mean. So I know how that is. So yes, for my folks in the Philippines, thank you for your support. You mean a lot to me. Stay with me on this channel. My folks in Dubai, thank you so much for staying with me. My Jamaican folks, my American folks, thank you very much for your subscribes, and also your sharing of this video, and also this channel. On this channel, we said each one teach one. So if we have something to talk about, we could always come around and discuss, and chime in, and that way we could elevate each other, to the next level. Me, I personally went through chronic pain, and I'm still going through chronic pain in regards to what happened to me, as far as back surgeries, spinal fusions and stuff like that. So I speak about that highly, because it's a daily operation for me, just to tolerate what I'm going through. And for the next person, it might not be that, I wouldn't say easy, but they might not have the same mindset. But it's there. You just have to dig deeper within yourself, and understand what you're going through, and just tell yourself, listen, I have to do better. I have to grind this out, and pretty much that's what really helps. It really helps. It helps a lot, because you have faith in yourself, have faith in the higher power, and anything else is possible. Anything is possible. I remember, guys, going to physical therapy. I did physical therapy for years, going back to all these surgeries. And I remember the last surgery, they put me in a heated pool. That you could swim forward and it bubbles. It's not a long pool, but it's like a wave pool, heated. And I tell you, I got into that pool and it was so nice and heated. I didn't want to get out because I felt a different within myself. I felt semi-normal. Because the pain just slowly evaporates, and I'm in the pool just pedaling my legs, doing the exercise that they asked me to do, and I feel so wonderful in the water. I said to myself, how can I feel this way out of the water? And sure enough, once all that session is over, you get out the water. Within a few minutes, you're back to square one. So I always look forward to go to physical therapy 3 times a week back then when I was in the heated pool because that kind of reminded me of how I used to feel in a way. That's the closest I've got to how I used to feel before what happens to me as far as the accident is concerned. So warm weather, warm water, all these massage, all these things help to play a part when you're trying to look for certain things to alleviate chronic pain. Because I don't really think medication really is the biggest answer to chronic pain. Um, the stem cell research, in my opinion, if they continue with the stem cell research like they started where Christopher Reeve lobbied for in Washington, I think if they had continued with the stem cell research, the embryo, um, they would be able to regenerate nerves by this point. And that's just pretty much what a lot of people need, you know, to help them when they're going through certain chronic pain and they have nerve damage. Because when you reach a certain age, the nerve takes a while to regenerate, months and months, if it regenerates, you know. So with the stem cell research, with the embryo and the stem cell research that they were doing, they found out how they could regenerate nerves at a faster pace. But that research was shut down after certain people came into power. And when President Obama came back into power, President Obama, I should say, came into power, I think he started back up. But I don't know what happens after that because I don't really hear much about it until I start seeing on television where it's become privatized, where you have companies that, said that they did the stem cell research and they could help you to go through, chronic pain. And you say to yourself, okay, it's not governed by the government, so you're going to pay an extraordinary amount of money just to seek this kind of help. You know, if it was by the government where it went through the research and the government took it up, the CDC could put a cap on it, and for certain people who have certain insurance, it will be covered in a certain way. But because of the way it went, the cap on stem cell right now, it's astronomical, and a person like myself can't afford to have stem cell research to help me to regenerate nerves, unless my insurance want to pay for it. I mean, I'm up to it because I'm sick of this chronic pain. It's been over 17 years and I'm still fighting. So yes, I'm tired. But I'm still going. And I'm not going to give up because there's no giving up in me. I just hope that we could see some type of resolution, in the near future. For 'cause in America alone, it's over 50 million people living with chronic pain, and you're talking about arthritis, neuropathy, and other type of chronic pain, knee issues, hips, your cervical spine, your headaches, from cervical injuries. I mean, it's just a lot. So we really need these big companies to get on board and do what's right, so they could help us more in the stem cell research area, where we could curb some of these acute and chronic condition. So we could put more people back out in society, in the workforce, and be more productive in this country and also around this world. Because chronic pain, it's not just in America, it's around the world. And YouTube is around the world. So when I'm speaking with YouTube guys, don't just think I'm talking about America. I'm talking about the entire world. But yes, I have to say what I have to say about my country and where they're supposed to, put some money and where they fall short. But chronic pain is a worldwide thing, worldwide thing. So my folks over in the Philippines, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, England, and all these other foreign countries. I'm talking to you folks as well, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are living with chronic pain, and you understand what I'm talking about. Because it's just something that where it's a switch a light switch on, the pain just comes on, where you have to go somewhere where you scoot down and try to let it minimize so you could move on and move forward. So this is a worldwide thing, and I hope we could curb this, sooner than later, because too many people are living with chronic pain, and we have to figure our way out. We have to figure our way out, because when you look at 50 million people, that's 50 million non-productive people you're looking at, or 50 million people who are just limited to certain production. That's a lot in the workforce. That's a lot of people that could do many things. Some of them could become innovators. Some of them could become builders, designers, who knows? Actors, actress, movie stars, singers. So it also hit people with big potentials and big goals. But because it just sucked you in, it, it, I'm not saying it controls you mentally. If you allow it, it will. But please don't allow it to control you mentally. Because if you allow chronic pain to control you mentally, it will, and that's where it sucks you in. So please don't let that allow you. Please don't let that happen to you. Try to fight it and do the best you can, because you can fight it. Because I fought it. I fought it and I beat it, and that's why I'm here today, testifying to you guys. I fought chronic pain and I beat it. I still live with chronic pain, but when I say I beat it, I mean I didn't go to the extreme, where it wanted me to go. It took me to dark places. Yes, it did took me to dark places. But I understood and I understand and I learned from those dark places what could happen, what can happen if I follow through with these dark places. No, I try to navigate my way from these dark places by listening to my psychologist, going to physical therapy, do what I'm supposed to do necessarily to get me out of these type of funks so I could feel better mentally and physically. That's what really helps me to get over this hump and that hump. So I'm going on almost 17 years strong, 17 years, almost 17 years strong, going through this day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, month by month, year by year. I'm going through this. And I could live it, I'm withstanding it without any kind of crazy pain medication, without all the pain medication that I used to be on. Yes, I do live with pain, but because for some of these pain medication, they come with certain side effects that I really can't tolerate because I've been there. When it comes on to the constipation and all these other type of side effect that these things bring on. I fought myself off those things, and I become more civilized and more understanding and more alert. It's all about giving it a try. You never know. You never know. You have to fight within yourself because we all have that inner intuition and that inner self where we could fight certain things and overcome certain negative things so you can see the positive in a bigger light and also in a bigger picture. We can do it. You can do it. I can do it. Chronic pain, you're the demon. Here to you, coming to you today on a Monday. Let's talk. Let's chit chat. Let's talk about it. Guys, I want you to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up when you come to the chat room. Always give me a thumbs up. Leave your comments because that's very important. Let me know how you think, what you're thinking, and your understanding of my channel and how I speak and what I say. Share the videos with your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend about chronic pain, the inner demon. I also have my merchandise, chronic pain, inner demon. On the bottom, who feels it knows it. But if you go to the website, I have a whole different type of setup where I have all my merchandise for ladies and gentlemen as well, young men, young ladies as well. Just go to the Wounded Lion, the Wounded Lion, and look for chronic pain in the demon. You'll see all my merchandise where you could patronize me. I also do super chats, so don't be afraid to hit me a super chat. And also members as well that get their perks. And once you patronize this channel, guys, it helped me to get more gadgets for the machine because I have to use cell phones, laptops, all these stuff to get information so I can bring it forth to you guys live and direct. Okay? So don't be afraid to patronize me. Hit me a super chat here and there, or go to my store, The Wounded Lion, and check out my gears, my merchandise, and I'll appreciate you guys. I already appreciate you just listening, coming in. I appreciate you guys giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys sharing the videos. I appreciate you all. Of course, I have to, you know. So yes, folks, we're living in a time right now. If we could look back at early 2019 or late 2018, how we used to live freely, go about our business. You breathe your air, no masking, no COVID-19, people living freely, a lot of things going on differently. Now it's been more over almost 2 years. We're living in confinement, steps apart, feet apart. We're seeing things that we never saw before. So, folks, can we get back to how we used to live? I don't think so. This is the new normal and beyond. You know, it's been over 2 years, and if you go out today or anytime during the week, everybody's still masked up. And I for one, I didn't see where people were going to live over 2 years in mask, and we're still dealing with um, a pandemic for over 2 years. That is mind blowing to me. But we're doing it. It's happening. The hospitals are, still backed up with patients. People are still dying from the Omicron flu. So, well, Let me just say Omicron flu because I don't know what it is. And I think, hey, how are you folks? I think they're gonna try to get it down back to where it becomes something like the flu. If that could happen, then we'll be fine. If that could happen, we'll be fine. Where they could have it down to where it's minimized, just like the flu. But I really don't think this COVID stuff is going anywhere no time soon. As far as what my understanding is, and this is just my opinion, because there's too much uncertainties and there's a lot of things going on. Thank you, my friend, to visit my channel. There's too much going on and too much uncertainties. And I think also the people of this world, were lied to by our government, and also our researchers, because up until today, they can't give us an answer as what to cause this virus that kills so many people around this world. And it's still creating a havoc in this world. I have never seen nothing like this in my 50 years on Earth. So, folks, I don't know what to tell you. I'm looking for an answer just like you. Just like you. But it's the new normal, as what they said. That's what we're living, the new normal. Yes. I have never been so confined to my home. For the past 2 years, I have been in my home. But it's a great thing for me because you know what? I found YouTube, I found you. I also cook my food so I eat better, I eat more healthier, I exercise, I think more clearer. So it has its pros and cons, you know? It has its pros and cons about how you look at it and how you break it down. When it first happens, I'm sure none of us know what to do because I was one of those persons. When it first happened, where we went into lockdown, I didn't know what to do because I didn't think of what I could do, you know. And after time goes by and I'm bored, start back going to the gym, going back to the pool, clear my head, and I form a YouTube channel. And I found you guys. So you see, um, they always say, in every good, in every bad, I should say, there comes a good. In every bad, there always comes a good. That's the saying that people say. I don't know, but it seems that way today. But I'm grateful for you guys, and I'm also grateful for this channel. So, Chronic Pain, the inner demon, is here with you guys today. Just reasoning with my folks. Reasoning with my folks. All right. So, subscribe, like, and share. Give me a thumbs up when you come into the chat room. Tell a friend to tell a friend about Chronic Pain, the inner demon. Because we have a lot of folks that are going through chronic pain, guys. The elderlies, that are living with arthritis, neuropathy, and all these other chronic pain. So if we could all come under an umbrella where we could figure out how we could do this and work out together, do our little moderate exercise, and do what we must and what we can to subside and minimize the pain, why not? Collectively, we could do it. So let's try. Let's try because we could do it. Yeah, we could do it. There's a song that says it goes, you can do it if you put your back into it. I guess we all have to listen to that song again before we move forward so we could find some type of motivation. You can do it, put your back into it, or we can do it if we put our back into it, something like that. Yes, folks, it was another great day just being here with you guys, humbly, reasoning, talking about chronic pain, and also other issues. But guys, I also do current affairs as well. I keep up with the current stuff that I talk about from time in and time out. But because my channel, my platform, Chronic Pain Inner Demon, the Inner Demon, it's more direct to chronic pain. So I have to give a lot of the material, a lot of my content towards chronic pain and how we could alleviate and try to get over the hump when it comes on to chronic pain. Because there's a lot of us that are living with chronic pain. And I always say my motto, each one teach one. So if we could teach each other how to alleviate certain type of chronic pain, a lot of us could move forward and we could also minimize that astronomical number that we see in America and around the world with people that are living with chronic pain. That's the goal. In my opinion, that's my goal. It will happen though. It might take a while, but it will happen. It will happen. Because now we're finding out younger generations are living with chronic pain. A lot of young people are going through chronic pain as well. And that's why I said the change will come eventually and things will happen eventually with these researchers, these doctors, these scientists. They're going to pick up the stem cell research more again one day and figure out how to solve this chronic pain issue. I hope I'm around to see when that happens. Because when Christopher Reeve lobbied for the stem cell research in Washington, I was younger in my maybe early 20s. But Christopher Reeve was one of my big idols, Superman. So it kind of drew my interest. And he had made some stride, and I thought they were gonna pass that law. Little did I know, you had bigger people behind, the curtain. So the law didn't get really passed as far as where he wanted them to do more research, in stem cell, so they could have the embryo because it's a part of where it could regenerate nerves and help people with chronic conditions and also people that are in paralysis. So that's how important that was because Christopher Reeve, don't forget, he was in paralysis. He was pretty much paralyzed from falling off a horse. Yeah, the Superman Christopher Reeve. I don't know if it was his horse or he was just at a ranch somewhere or his ranch, but he fell off a horse and that caused him to went into paralysis. So that's when I started to follow the stem cell research, the regeneration of nerves, the embryo, and what it could do, and what Christopher Reeve stand for. Not knowing that almost 20 years later or 15 years later, I was going to be in a position where I need help the same way when it comes on to stem cell research. Because if they had continued and fulfilled that part of the stem cell research, I would be more productive today. Certainly, I think I would be more productive today. But life goes on. You know, let's have to keep the fight, keep it going. Stay true to myself, and you stay true to yourself. All right. With all that said, I always say before I go, who feels it knows it. Peace. Black man story, I want African liberty, I want black man story, I want African